I wrote this book because I found there was a need that people suffered incredible heartache, including myself, while growing up in the beginnings of relationships. And too many times they doubted themselves, individuals doubted themselves when a relationship ended, and they put the blame on themselves when actually there was no blame to be put. I then found myself dealing with my own pain and heartache and coping with it, and learned that I am special for somebody else, and somebody needs to appreciate me for who I am, and there is someone out there for everybody. And I needed to learn that I'm doing nothing wrong in relationships. In fact, I should embrace who I am, and if somebody doesn't appreciate me for my qualities, then they're not the right individual for me. And I wrote the book so others would also learn that, not find themselves questioning why they did something, or why they didn't get a return phone call, or why somebody didn't reply back. And I found that myself and my friends always analyzing the littlest details when a relationship should be more fluid and should flow naturally, and was cut for that little while. How long did I take that's an interesting question, how long I took to write the books. One of my friends asked me that. It actually took me about 4 or 5 months to put all my ideas together. This woman, a friend of mine, was going through a divorce, and I always joke around with her about what she should expect from her date. When she thought marriage was on the horizon, she'd get a return phone call. So I had all these jokes that I actually started putting Post-it notes, and how when you come up with ideas in the middle of the night, you think you're going to remember it. Well, I wouldn't, so I had this stack of Post-it notes. And one day I just sat down and I went through 400 Post-it notes, and before I knew it, I had my book. But actually, although it took 4 months, it just took me 20-something years of experiences I found that to write the book successfully, you need to feel it. And I feel every word that I wrote, I put that word in there to get a meaning across to the reader. There's no details that I didn't leave out, and I changed so many times so that the reader would get to feel the feeling I would feel, the feeling they were perhaps feeling. I actually dedicated the book to all the innocent, loving, caring men and women who opened up their hearts and souls and believed the words and actions that came forth from the secret that I described, and the secret you need to read the book. But there were too many broken hearts and souls, so I wrote it so these people would find the courage to keep looking for their prince, that he does exist out there, and to never doubt themselves of who they are. And they need to embrace themselves and not change for anybody. So you keep asking me questions, so should I go?
Yeah.
People ask me if I'm a writer, if I majored in journalism in school, and it's funny, I did not. I was pre-med and worked on Wall Street. It was the farthest thing, the thought of writing this book. But I find that anybody can do anything if their heart and soul believes in it. And the passion, I wrote this book not out of the writing skills that I learned from high school and college, but the skills of experience. And that's what helped me be an author, if you want to define it. It's the experiences of life that helped me write this book. If you want to call me an author, then you can call me an author. But I think about myself as just putting my feelings down on paper to help others.
Action.
I find that people at the end of relationships, instead of moving forward, they would be depressed, as was I, and some people oversleep or undersleep. They overeat, undereat. They take pills to help them go to sleep. And instead of taking the lessons and embracing all the lessons from their past relationship, they put themselves into therapy and questioned what was wrong with me.
Say that again, the more stuff.
I found that at the end of relationships, too many times people were so depressed that they would oversleep, they couldn't get out of bed, they couldn't function, and they were putting the blame at the ending of the relationship on them. And actually, they should be embracing again who they are and look forward to learning the lessons they've learned in the past relationship. Take bus number 9 up Collins Ave. But
Talk to her.
wait, I was just waiting for the screeching of the tires to edit that out. My name is Richard Morris, and the reason that we are here is to discuss the publication of my book called The Secret That Lies Beneath. It has been a long-time dream of mine to publish this book. It is classified as a self-help book for any individual who's ever suffered from a broken heart. It gives you secrets or hints of how to get over those pain and heartache. It actually embraces it and gives you ideas to avoid them in the future and realize that you are the gift for another person.
Now let's try that again without the bus.
Okay.
Shake it off together.
And you're swinging.
What?
If you want to stand, lean like put one foot like.
I was swinging?
Yeah.
But what does it look